Hello everyone, my name is Caleb. I am the founder of Torify. We are an advertising agency that specializes in Facebook advertisements. And in this video, I'm gonna show you guys 5 ways that we increase the quality of our leads. Getting leads on Facebook or pretty much anywhere can be sometimes frustrating if those leads are not high quality, not people who wanna do business with you, or maybe just tire kickers. So hopefully these 5 things will help you get higher quality leads on your Facebook ads. The first thing that's important for you to really hone in on is your targeting. Your advertisements aren't doing too much good if they're not showing to the right people. It depends a little bit on what type of business you run, if you are a local business or somebody that serves national or even worldwide customers. One of the obvious ways that you can target your customers is based on location. Let's say you service about a 30-mile radius around your location. Obviously, you only want to run those advertisements in areas that you can legitimately service. And also, you can use that location targeting to your advantage here to qualify your customers even more. Let me give you an example. A lot of the clients that I work with sell services anywhere between like the $2,000 to $5,000 or $6,000 range. We have a painting company that we run ads for, and their average sale price is around $5,500. $5,500 is kind of a lot of money. So what we did is we targeted specific cities and locations that were wealthier areas. Obviously, that's kind of an expensive service. So targeting areas where there's multiple $1-million houses and just people who have the money in order to buy those services obviously pre-qualifies those people. So that is an example of how you can use that to get higher quality leads who can actually afford your services, running them in an area that just has money, running them in a wealthy area. Another great way that you can improve the quality of your leads is with interests, and also stacking interests. Usually this works a little bit better if you have a larger audience and a national audience, because then you can kind of narrow them down a little bit more. Let's think of a scenario here. Let's say that you are running advertisements for your bookkeeping services. You're an accountant and you do bookkeeping for construction businesses. That's mostly what you work with, that's what you have experience with, and you want to run Facebook ads to get new leads and get new customers. You can stack your interests to target people who are interested in construction, landscaping, building, all of those areas, and also are interested in or are business owners, self-starters, CEOs, entrepreneurs, people like that. So that you're only getting the people who are right in the middle there. People who are in the construction industry, but also entrepreneurs, business owners, people like that, opposed to just one or the other. If somebody's interested in construction or maybe works in construction, they're not going to necessarily need your bookkeeping services for their business if they work for a company. And also, yes, business owners could use your service, but if they're not in the industry that you specialize in, that lead doesn't do you too much good. So you can stack those leads so that A is true and also B is true when you're targeting those people. Moving along to number 2. In lead generation, I think it's important to understand that this is kind of a quantity versus quality game. You can get a lot of people to reach out to you if you make it very easy, and there's going to be a lot of people. However, they're not going to be the most quality people because you're kind of just spraying and praying here. On the flip side, you can focus on getting extremely high quality people, but you're going to get less of them, and it's going to be much more expensive to reach each person. Let me give you kind of a small, medium, and large couple different scenarios here. If you want to reach the most leads possible, I would recommend something like a Facebook messaging campaign where somebody sees your ad and they reach out to you with a simple message, hey, I'm interested. Then you or your sales team can kind of run through their pitch and do your thing there. In the middle, you have instant forms, which is usually my favorite thing to do. When somebody sees your advertisement, they fill out a short form giving you their information, maybe a little bit about what they're looking for, and answer a couple multiple choice questions. That's a good middle ground in my opinion, and then you can take over the sales process from there. The third option, which is kind of the cream of the crop, however, it is a lot more difficult if you're trying to do this, and also it is usually going to be the most expensive. That would be a landing page with qualified booked appointments. This would work great for somebody who is maybe a consultant or somebody who offers like a free consultation over Zoom or something like that. I believe that's kind of the pinnacle there, but it's a lot more complicated, and if you're just starting out, I probably recommend getting your feet wet in something like Instant Forms. There are great ways to improve the quality of your leads in each one. I just think it's really good to kind of get in the right mindset and figure out what works best for you, for your team, for your available time, and just your situation. Like, what does your business look like and what can you or can you not handle? For the next 3 here, I'm gonna jump into Facebook Ads Manager so I can show you a little bit better. So number 3 here is if you are trying to reach a certain person, a great way to increase that lead quality and make sure you're getting the exact people you want is by calling them out, calling to that exact person. You can do this in your creatives and your copy, and this is a great way to shout to your exact ideal customer, hey, I'm looking for you. Here are a couple examples of how we did that here. In this specific campaign, we're looking for homeowners in Evansville. So we literally just said, hey, Evansville homeowners. Somebody sees that and they say, oh, hey, I'm a homeowner. I live in Evansville. They must be talking to me. There are a ton of different ways you can spin this. You can just say, hey, homeowners, if you're looking for people who own homes, or you can say business owners, obviously, if you're trying to reach people who own businesses, or maybe college students or whoever your target market is. That way, it really acts as a great filter to filtering out the people who are and are not qualified to be your customers. If somebody's not a college student, then that kind of immediately qualifies them and they say, oh, this is probably not for me. They're looking for college students. Maybe you're selling college merch or whatever you're doing. Another way that you can do this is right in the creative itself. You can see right down here, we just called out calling Southern California. This is the area that this business owner services. So we literally just put that right on the creative. This is also a great way for your audience to identify with what you're selling. Usually we notice the more specific the advertisement, the more that person says, oh, wow, I have that exact problem and this person can help. Not just, hey, I run a general thing, I do general services. Like that usually doesn't work as well as, do you have this exact specific problem? Moving along to number 4. This helps improve both quality and quantity, and that is making sure that your page is kind of up to snuff, that it looks good, that it looks trustworthy, and that it gives people that warm, fuzzy feeling when they're looking at it. This is a pretty good example of that. This is one of our clients. It's very clear what they do. It's very clear that they're an automotive detailing company. They're licensed and insured. They do a few of these different services. They've been in business for 25 years. They could definitely use some more reviews down here, but their website is linked. Their phone number is linked, where they're located. They have tons of pictures and videos. People will definitely research you before they reach out to you. And having a good social presence that is trustworthy with reviews that looks legit will absolutely make clear to your audience what you're selling and what you do to make sure that you get those people that are obviously interested in what you're selling and what you're selling only. And it also just makes them feel better about the transaction. If there's trust there, there's a lot less restrictions and people open up more. So your sales conversations on the phone will be much higher quality. Moving along to number 5. This is going to be in the instant form specifically. I'd say it's probably the most common form of lead generation. So this is how we maximize the instant form in order to get the highest quality of leads so that the sales team or your own time is just not getting wasted. Right off the bat, when creating this form, we ticked on higher intent. Basically what that does is it adds an extra step in the form so that people can review their information and really be sure about what they're submitting so that there's less incorrect data getting sent to you. We also wanted to be very clear about what this is about. This is about scheduling a free consultation. So how this specific form is set up is that the information is sent to the business owner and then they reach out for a free consultation where they go into their sales process and get everything they need for right there. Next, there are questions. If there is any information that you wish you knew or pre-qualifies your prospects, you can ask that here. One of these is, which best describes you. This is a consultant. This is a healthcare consultant. So they help people start healthcare businesses, deal with regulations and things like that. So we want to get a good understanding of who they are and what they're looking for. And this is a great way to do that. We ask them which best describes them, what they're looking to do, what challenges they may be having. So this helps us understand where they may need our help, and also what their budget is. You want to make sure if you're selling an expensive service, you're actually reaching people who can afford your service. Sometimes people have mixed opinions about this, but in this situation, at first, we were getting people who just didn't have the money to buy it. So that's where we added that to make sure that we were on the same page budget-wise with the prospects coming in. Next up is the name information. This information is already filled out and already populated by Facebook. However, sometimes, this is not always the case, and we take this on a case-by-case basis. Sometimes your Facebook or the people you're reaching, their accounts have been around for 10 plus years. And this information, their address, their email, or their phone number is just not correct anymore. Maybe they got a new phone number, they got a new email, they do not bother to check it over. So you're getting the wrong information. One thing you can do to increase quality is, instead of using this pre-fill questions form, you can just ask those in the custom questions right here. So you can ask them what their name is, you can ask them what their phone number is, their email, whatever information you want from them. That way they have to physically type out the information and make sure it's correct. It's not already done for them, so you're going to get less people that fill it out. However, if they go through the time to put in an email, it's not going to be an email that they don't use anymore. So that is kind of a little trick there that people use sometimes in the industry. Another way that we increase the quality of leads here is with this completion step. Thanks, you're all set. You can skip the line and book your free consultation right away by clicking the link below. And this brings them, if you click on this book consultation button, they don't have to get a phone call. They don't have to get an email or anything. They go straight to a Calendly link that automatically, they can book the call right there, so they can jump the line. They don't have to do anything else. You could also do like a call now button or whatever you want to do there. But we like to give people different options and different ways to reach out, because sometimes people just like to talk on the phone, or they like to email, or they like to do whatever. So this is a way that they can get straight to the point, cut straight to the chase, and don't have to wait for a phone call. I hope that this video has provided you with some value today. If it has, my one ask is that you like this video and subscribe to the channel. It's a small click for you guys, but it is a big one for us, and it really helps us out. If you have any further questions, or maybe a specific question about your situation, you can leave a comment below, or I will leave my email there if you want to ask me directly. I hope all you out there have a great and amazing day, and I will see you all in the next one.